Comrades, welcome back to Subnautica. We are still here on the delicious monster and we are ready to continue plundering the wreck of the Aurora, which has been a very fruitful expedition so far. So let's get out of this seat here in the office and let's just have a look at all of the things we have in our inventory. At the moment, I think we're doing very well in terms of water and food and all of that, so I'm not sure if we really need to take more than what we've got on us. Is there anything we need to leave behind? Maybe I think we can even drop off another med kit, just so that we create as much space as possible, just so we don't have to go again. So let's go and try and hurry up out of this water because it's not necessarily safe here, and use the bottom entrance here. So let's get this repulsion gun here and just make sure that the enemies that are crawling around don't get to us. Of course, the ping is back again. I guess this is a thing that was never picked up because nobody really turns off their life pod ping. Oh well, I dare to be different, I guess. Let's just move this junk. Come on, come on. But now we are not really in any danger anymore, and very soon we can put away the radiation suit as well, which is a great thing, so we can really start exploring the full extent of the map. I'll take this fire extinguisher. We have one already, but another one is a good thing. So let's put that on number 5, I think. And just clear the way. Oh, good grief. Maybe putting the medkit away was not a good idea. The fires are deceptive because you think they're out, but they're not really. Anyway, let's get the light. And then it's back under the water. Now I think this is the lab section. There's a door here, but I can't access that yet. I don't think so. There's a PDA. Lab access, what do you know? 6483. So let's access it. Oh, it's shaking so much. 483. And open sesame. Okay, great. Now this is a good thing because I think at this terminal we get all of the or most of the corrupted blueprints that we lost.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay.
The bank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
Excellent. Now I'm not sure how many blueprints we got, but I just wanted them to finish speaking there. What we can learn from the hive mind of Strider, 4 or 6. Good grief. Anyway, let's pick up all of the things here. I'll still read all of the PDAs at a later date. Right now it's more important to just focus on our survival and getting out of this precarious situation. Now, of course, these things I gather with great glee because they will be very nice in our base. So let's see, any kind of thing that we can pick up here is very welcome. There's another one. Cylindrical sample. And again, we are scientists, comrades. We want to learn about this place. So what they really mean when they say, of course, this is non-functional, is that it has no practical value in the game, but we can still imagine that it does. So there's more. I don't want to miss a single one. Most people I've seen, they don't really care about this stuff. They just grab what's useful and then leave the rest. Oh well, I think that'll do. Let's see, how are we doing on space? Now, we have to go back already, comrades. It's because we are so close to the exit here. I just think that it's better to get as much space as possible. So, let's get rid of this light and just emerge here. And go back. It's daytime now, so it's a little bit less frightening anyway. And the monster there is looking quite good still. Hey, this water. The color here is very ominous. Ah, thank you as always. So let's put this stuff away here. Just, we can always use that in our base. Now, I think that's it. We can just head back straight away. Good, good, good. Although I probably should use the med kit now. But since I only have the one, I'll save it in case there's a need to use it for more damage than the 86 that we have now. So, yes, the big thing I think in terms of the inventory space is really those bags. Again, there's the thing where I've seen most players will simply ignore that. They'll see, oh, it's empty, and then they'll just move on. But I take those things because we can use them for storage back at base. So, laser cutter, and just open this door. Good grief, we're in a wreck of a starship on an alien planet cutting open doors. It's easy to forget that, but wow, it's fun. It's actually such a great game. I've heard now that there's talk of a potential DLC or expansion or another game perhaps in an Arctic biome, and I certainly hope that there will be. Now, what's this? Black box data. We'll just have a quick look at that. This is just our sort of all the events that happened, and this is the key. I think Alterra HQ rescue solution received at T+8 hours to the captain's quarters. Now this is again where when we heard Second Officer Keen or his PDA, there was a recording of the captain saying that he's trying to get a soft landing for the Aurora, because we'll need the antenna to get in touch with HQ, and there's the evidence. So really the captain saved our life by sacrificing his own. That's another thing that's quite deep if you think about it. Anyway, now I'm stuck here. Just see, there's nothing else down in this part, I think. Although there is something. I'll take it. Anything else? Oxygen is not a real problem, so I think we can take our time. Nothing, I think. So now we're back where we were, comrades. This is of course near the crew quarters right up there, but now I just have to get out of this water. There we go. So the way should still be clear for us. And now we can just finish up here. I probably don't need this light anymore for the moment. Now we've been in here and I think we got everything, but because I have so many extinguishers I might just clear the way. Just so we can take our time and look. Aha, I see, I knew it wasn't out. Okay, now, is it really out? I hope so. Now we've got that, we've got the shelves, the tables, the chairs, everything I think, but you know it's always good to just double check. That trash can. Okay, no, I think this one doesn't hold any secrets, and we've taken... Oh, see, we didn't even take all of the water there. Now I think we have it all. Good, so next one. There's nothing I can do here. And this is cabin number 1. Now I think we do have actually a combination for that. Let's have a look. Notes to self. Where's the codes? Transmission origin. Why is that under codes and clues? Oh, it's a part that we have to look for. Notes to self. So that one we have used. Sweet offer. There we go. Cabin number 1. So yes, this is some communication. Just, you know, sort of routine things. Gotten keys to a giant robot suit. That would be the prawn, of course. So the crew, of course, did what they could to amuse themselves on the way. You know, it was obviously a long journey. So what was the key now? 1869. 1869. Voila! Okay, so this is a good one because look, there's a double bed. That's fascinating because that's what I want. There we go. So, PDA, this is more about the sort of backstory here of what you get in this universe. I would say it's...
New PDA data.
Thank you. I would say it's almost Ferengi-like, you know, because if you really consider these things, it's almost like they look at relationships in terms of business only. And you see a business model and all of that. We'll still go through this in detail, but it's interesting where everything is just very, very much evaluated in terms of the value, almost a monetary value. Anything else? Let's take that. There's a carry-all. I think they start off empty, so we can just grab them all. Wall shelves. Great, so now we're getting somewhere. How much space do we have? Quite a bit. Is that it? I think so. Cabin 3, I think we might have started out here. Just grab all the posters. And there's this lady, I guess. I don't know. If they look at the relationships in terms of having value and all of that, then it seems a lot of people found value there because her picture is strewn over many, many lockers. But anyway, let's leave that there. Grab that, and shelves we got. There's another carry-all. And that's it, I think. Okay, now we're running out of space again. Now we should be able to pass here. Now this is the captain's quarters, but I don't think we have a code for that yet. I've never actually gone into the captain's quarters because I don't think it worked before. There's no codes here. Lab section. No, wait, this we already had. Notes to self, sweet offer. I'm not sure where is the captain's code. Let's have a look around a bit more. Maybe I missed it somewhere. And there's what I was saying. Posters, there we go, another one. I really don't want to come back here if we can avoid it. Just because it's such a trek, you know. Just clear everything, more water, and speaking of that, I can actually clear this space by having it. There we go. Now, there's another PDA. Alterra Alms Pamphlet. Charity is an archaic concept. You see there again, everyone is for themselves. That's what I'm getting from that. And batteries, another empty storage, just grab that. There's another one. We don't need these things, of course, but you know, this is stuff we can really use to create some ambiance in our base. Now, water. Water is not really so important. I might just have another one and then throw out this 20 value one and leave that. Is there anything? Oh, wait a minute. Ah, no. It's totally blocked. So, final one and a battery. Again, though, do we really need that battery? It's a pity I can't put things into these bags right now. Or can I? You know, that would be an interesting test. Let's open it up and put a bag inside the other bag and see if I can pick it up. Ah, no, it's not empty, so I can't do that. Why did that end up there? It's a pity, that's a pity. We might have to come back again. There's some more water. And the other battery and another poster. No, we have to come back, comrades. I can't leave this stuff here. But now how the heck do I open the captain's cabin? I must be missing something obvious here. Let's go back and have a look. Now, codes and clues. So it has to be there. It's not under the facilities. That's totally separate. 1683, it can't be that one. This is about one of the life pods. This is a note to self. There's Hugh's birthday, but I don't know if that has any value. I'll try it. 1806, but no, there's no 0, I think. Cargo bay code. And this was the captain, or not the captain's cabin, the other cabin. So how do we open that? Oh, good grief. No, we have to find the way. What could it be? The planet's number? What is it again? Goodness, I've forgotten already. One of these things, the black box data said something. 4546. Not that apparently. Aurora survivors. I don't know if that could be the one, maybe. Repulsion cannon. Did we listen to this already? That's Officer U. Officer Keen we know of. Good grief. Well, we can listen to this.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer U identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Okay, well that's just a bit more flavor text almost for what was happening on the ship here. So that doesn't really tell us anything. Now, this is a problem. This is a big problem, comrades, because this is a part of the game that I don't really know where I'm gonna find this information, because this is new to me. Let me think about this for a moment based on what we have, and then I'm not going to move from this spot. I just want to look through everything here, and then maybe if it's something we found already, then we can proceed. Otherwise, I'm going to have to leave it to you to give me some advice, and then we'll just have to come back here. Comrades, I'm wondering if it isn't something to do with one of the life pods that we haven't found yet. That seems most logical. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any other codes or anything here that could indicate what the captain's quarters code would be. Anyway, let's continue exploring. Anyway, we still have to also go back and just drop off the things that we have and then return for the last few bits and pieces. Maybe we'll run into something. Well, that's an interesting thing. So at least that means the game is still very fresh to me as well. So, mystery to be solved, I guess. Let's not die going back though. Put this thing away and get the light. And just make our way back. So, wait a minute. Where are we now? This way. Ah, that's it. So still easy to get lost here. Wait a minute. This way. Ah, yes, that's where we got the black box data. And through the door and then up through here. And then back up. Is it daytime? Probably not. Nope. Pitch black. So that's always fun. Let's just get back. It's very comforting to see the lights there, though, I have to say. We know we're relatively safe here. Don't stare into the darkness too long, it might stare back. That's good to hear. Now put all this stuff away, and the posters, the cap there, or the hat, and the gorge toy. And yes, I think that'll do. We can just make one last quick run, and then of course when we figure out what this code is, then we can come back. But that will be a hit and run mission. It's not going to be for really, you know, plundering the wreck. And by then, if whatever the case might be, we figure out what the code is, then the radiation should also have dissipated. So I think it doesn't matter. There's no rush to that. And after all, we also have to build the base now. Good grief, where am I going? Up or down or left or right? That way. There we go. No, wait. Down. Ah, yes. I guess I'm more used to approaching it from the other entrance. No, don't get stuck here. So, yes, oh, about the base, comrades, it seems there's been no votes yet on the straw poll, and one of the comrades also said I must just proceed to build wherever it feels right. So if there is no further votes coming in, or are no further votes coming in by the next episode, or I suppose, let's think about this, because now after this I'm going to start building it. So I guess then I'm just going to start building it, comrades. Still interesting exercise to sort of just see if there's any feedback for that, but I think I'll probably build it where the ledges are, in the sunken islands biome. That seems to me the most exciting and the most interesting, perhaps. Let's just hope I don't regret that, because it's also probably the most dangerous of the choices. So, pick that up, and the med kit, and what else was there? A crate, Aha, nutrient blocks are always great, although I tend not to eat them. I save them for an emergency. Last water bottle, and I think that does it. We've plundered this whole thing now, except for the captain's quarters, and that is then for another day, a separate mission. Just make sure, yes, everything is taken care of. That's the quarter back there, so we're not going to go there now. Nothing here, and nothing here. Good, okay. Now we've done it. So we can also really build the prawn suit now. But I think that will have to wait for after the base. The base is probably going to be the next full episode. Although I'm wondering if that's something that I should start doing off camera. No, I don't think so. What I'll do in terms of this is I'll gather some resources. You know, just basic things like titanium and quartz and so on from the safe shallows where the risks are negligible, and then I'll start with the construction in the next episode, because otherwise, again, there's no point if it's all happening off camera. Although I do know that most Subnautica players on YouTube tend to cut out a lot of that stuff. But again, they're not playing hardcore mode. So anyway, that's it for the Aurora. Let's just get back safely and get some food and water here. So good to see you, delicious monster. We have what we came for, and I just need some basic potatoes here. 3 will do, I think. And 1 or 2 or even 3 pieces of the bulbo tree. There, that's essentially 100%. Now, I think let's see if we can get out of here without hitting anything or attracting unwanted attention. So, put it on a minimum, please. Slow ahead. And then give me the camera, but we have to look at the reverse view here. So, I'm not going that way. I'm sure there's a beast of some description lurking there. Clear this gap here. Oh, good grief. This is a bad neighborhood. Okay, I think that'll do. Now we just turn tail and run. Although there is that life pod here, maybe since we are here we can just have a look at it. Now where would it be? There's our life pod. Let's see, maybe the cameras will help here. No, not this one. I think it should be somewhere. It's interesting. Somewhere, I would say right there. Ah, I see something. Okay, let's grab it. Let's grab it. Because, you know, again, we don't want to come back here to these relatively unsafe waters too many times. It's not a good gamble. And again, our playstyle has to be more cautious now. Where are you? Seem to be missing it again. Look for those flashes. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Wait. Oh no, that's actually not the thing. That's bubbles from one of the brain corals. So that led us astray a bit. We actually have one heck of a turn rate in this thing, I have to say. Very odd. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to spot because it's upside down in the water, but we could see it in the dark, but that was because it was flashing. Oh well, I think let's just head back, and if we run past it then I can investigate. Don't see it here. What a well-hidden escape pod. I have to say, it's probably closer to the ship that way. Oh well, never mind. So we're passing over the mushroom biome now. There's our pod. For some reason we can see it from really far away, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's just get back to safe water and then I will end this episode off there. Really, it was just wrapping up the previous one, you know, just finishing the plundering there. And of course making sure that we get out alive. And then, yes, comrades, so I guess that will conclude the poll there. I'll close it now. I suppose there was that one comment previously that I should build in the second of the kelp forests, but yeah, that was before we had the other options as well, so forgive me, comrade, for leaving that comment if I'm not going to build there now. So yes, let's see, where the heck are we going? Why does it seem to be so far away now? Strange, if you've been away from the safe areas for a while, it can certainly mess up your sense of scale. But yes, let's see, is there any other wreck down there? Just sort of wreckage strewn around, not anything particularly. But we can just have a look, because I think there's still quite a few blueprints that we need. But really that we can evaluate again once we have a base and we actually can set up sort of an agenda. No, we have that. Seaglide. Well, I can start gathering this for titanium. We're gonna need a lot of it. Nothing else here. Pity. Although there is again the titanium here. There's even more. Okay, comrades, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end off this episode right here, because all I'm going to do now is gather as much of these basic materials as I can. Titanium and quartz. I think we still have quite a bit of lead, but I'll move all of the resources from the outpost that we have, like the lead and any lithium and so on. I'm not going to go and gather lithium now, because I think that's too risky to do off camera. So when we start with the next episode, sorry to steal this piece of metal away from you there, we are going to start directly with building the base. So, thank you for watching, comrades, and I hope you're still finding this at least somewhat interesting. I know there's so many of these Subnautica Let's Plays happening now, but also I think the one thing I do notice is a lot of the players just skip over many of the details, and of course, as soon as we have a safe harbor, I'm going to go through all of those PDAs with you, and we're going to piece together really all of the details, which I think that's the key of part of this game. So it's almost like a detective story there. But yes, okay, see you next time, comrades, and thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day and weekend, although it's almost over, but you know, there's always another one. Thank you, comrades.